Hello. Yesterday, on Monday, May 28th, 2012, I've called a man that I've met at a yard sale Saturday. He had brought a box, wooden box like these, full of 45s, but he said he had LPs that he did not bring along with him, and he gave me his phone number. After supper yesterday, I called him, and he said, "Oh, let me take them out first. I'll call you back." And he called like 2 minutes later. He said, "Okay, I have them out. When should we meet?" I said, "Oh, how about right now?" And he said, "Sure." So I drove there with no expectations and already mumbling and grumbling about wasting a bit of gas and for probably not much. Started going through. First of all, I was surprised to see how many there were. I didn't expect that many records. And I started looking through the first crate, and I found like two old Beatles all worn out, and then an old Rolling Stones scratchy, and then a whole bunch of disco records in great shape, and they're all clean, and some had the shrink wrap around the sleeve. And then he told me that it was, I think, his cousin or someone related to him who was a disc jockey. And then in the middle of the first crate, I was pulling out a few records I was interested in, and a lot of unknown, obscure disco stuff I felt like trying. And then I said, and he was talking about like asking me how to get rid of whatever I was not taking, and he seemed eager to get rid of them. So I decided to make an offer after going faster through the crates just to get an idea of what was there. And I haggled a bit and settled on a price of $25 for all records, all of these with the wooden crates. I offered, actually, when I was negotiating the price, I said, "I can leave you these beautiful crates and just take the records." And he said, "No, I don't need them. You can keep them." So there's, if I count all the double albums, and there's a quintuple, an album with 5 records in it, as one album. There's 298 albums in there, so that's for $25. That's more or less 3 albums for 25 cents, or 8 cents and 1/3 per album. And 95% of these are in great shape. There's not a lot of scratchy records. So I started to see. I temporarily set up this turntable on the floor of the living room to check some records. And so far, I've been through them really fast, pulled out the ones I thought were not going to be very good, and I've only eliminated these in the first run. I have to listen to some more records to take some, eliminate some more. I'm going to show all of them. This one is good, but there's 2 copies, and that's the copy I'm not keeping. Eddie Murphy, how could it be? As well start right now because there's a lot. Live Commodores, this one, yeah, there's sometimes I suspect some were not owned by the same person. This one is in bad shape. The records are not bad, but they're melted. Rapture, Anita Baker, Gregory Abbott. Yeah, there's some 80s stuff, and that was easier to eliminate. Kenny G duotones, no thanks. A quadraphonic album of new country pop favorites. The best of Paul Williams. Never heard of him. I've tried the songs quickly, and I did not recognize a single song. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. Not my cup of tea. I'm a Man, Mick Rowley, that's some obscure disco, but this one did not make the cut. Patrice, Russian Straight from the Heart, did not care for that one. Helen Reddy, Love Song for Jeffrey, nope. This disco single, who's that? Get Involved by Dr. Off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Fs, I did not care for that. Paging King Eric and His Knights. This is a record from what country again? Nassau. How is it pronounced? Bahamas. There were 2 of them, and this one was suckier than the other one. That's one of the Beatles I said before. It's too bad it's in bad shape because it's a US pressing on United Artists. There's a sticker there. There's some tape at the bottom. And this is Beatles 65 again, first US pressing, and just way too scratchy. Born to Be Alive, I already have it, and there was a the label was wrong, and somebody wrote the proper title on it. Billy Ocean, Not My Cup of Tea. I think I only kept one because I recognized one song. I didn't keep the other ones. So Billy Ocean, Tear Down These Walls. Vicious Rumors, the album Timex, Social Club, nope. Ace of Base, that's actually from 1993, I think. All That She Wants, that's a maxi single, don't care for that. Shalimar, I think I kept another Shalimar from the 70s, or 1980, I think, and this is too much 80s for me. All This Love, The Barge, did not recognize a single song on it. New Edition, not my cup of tea. Neil Diamond, Heart Light, did not make the cut. Julio Iglesias, well, I do have some in French, I don't care for this one. Although I started reading the credits and it says that The Air That I Breathe, vocals The Beach Boys and Julio Iglesias. The Beach Boys voices arranged by Brian Wilson. I tried to hear them, I could not hear their voices. I said, oh, who cares. Him Again, Mementos, did not care for that. Larry Santos, You Are Everything I Need. Billy Ocean, Love Zone, Heart, a double album. I almost kept it because there's a cover of a Beatles song, I'm Down. There's a little scratch in it. It's only half a song because it's a medley, so oh, screw it. Yes, I collect Beatles covers, but can't be too anal about that. This one I bought a month ago, and that one has some damage on the cover. Plus, like I said, I bought it just a month ago. Peter Brown, Snap. Freddie Jackson, Rock Me Tonight. Teddy Pendergrass, Working It Back. Too bad because I have a 70s album by him. I did not care about his singing. And this time the singing is better, but it's in very, very 80s, and I don't like the 80s very much. Michael Bolton. Olivia, His Greatest Hits Volume 2. Everybody has this. I already have this. Don Estelle, Sing Song for Christmas. Nope. A cheapo compilation of old songs. All remakes, no original versions. Plus there's only 10 songs on this thing. This is a sucky disco album. Amadeo, really bad singer. And Bad Co, not my cup of tea. These are the ones I've eliminated so far. Let's see what's left to check a bit more carefully, and the ones I've kept. Okay, what do we have here? Let the Music Play by Arpeggios. I think that's disco. Solid Gold, Ronco, Michael Brown, Symphony of Love, Cher, Take Me Home, Ashford and Simpson, Street Opera. A double album, The Beach Boys in Concert. The cover has a split at the top, and there's ringwear, but it plays really fine. Beach Boys Endless Summer, I have it, but I have to compare with my copy. It doesn't have the poster. This I probably won't keep at all. It's a later pressing. It's in duophonic. I think I already have it in mono, or maybe another duophonic copy. It's Best of the Beach Boys. SOS Band, SOS with Take Your Time, Do It Right. Shadi, Diamond Life, I think. Yeah, Diamond Life. Eddie Murphy, there's no title. Yeah, it has Boogie in Your Butt, Boogie in the Butt on it. And I think this one is in much better copy than condition than my other copy. And that's the other copy of Eddie Murphy, How Could It Be, which I'm keeping. And even though it's not a comedy record, I'm going to put it with the other Eddie Murphy album in my comedy section. It has Party all the time on it. And the other lot I bought for $5 a few weeks ago, a month ago actually, had this record, only half of the cover and all scratchy. This one is really clean. I did not have this very, 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 very common album yet. Now I do. It has, of course, his big disco hit on it. Madonna, Like a Virgin, an upgrade copy. The 12-inch single of Genesis, Invisible Touch, very interesting. Sheila E. in The Glamorous Life, that was a big hit. Chaka Khan, That Has I Feel For You. I was hoping it was a 12-inch, and then it's the album. Dang it, I wanted the 12-inch of that song. Peaches and Herb, Too Hot, I think there's a hit on that, and I recall that I reunited. And I know my copy has some distortion on it, so that's an upgrade. Tina Turner with What's Love Got to Do With It. I like when the shrink wrap is on it and the sticker is still there. And this is a Tina Turner 12-inch single, Let's Stay Together. And Barry White, Let the Music Play. In that style of singing, I prefer Isaac Hayes, but I don't mind some Barry White sometimes. Just another way to say I love you. Sister Sledge, All American Girls. I always get the Sister Sledge and Pointer Sisters confused somehow. Madonna, first album. Pointer Sisters. So excited. This one has, well, of course I'm so excited. And oh, son of a f. Hate losing my page. And this one is Pointer Sisters Breakout with Jump for My Love, and I'm so excited. Huh? Is that a repeat? Contains remix versions of who cares? I'll figure it out later. Phil Collins' Hello Must Be Going. That looks like an upgrade copy because these are most of them are really clean. Face value Phil Collins, definitely an upgrade copy. Probably an upgrade copy too here. Lionel Richie, Dancing on the Ceiling. Well, yeah, 2 copies of Dirty Dancing and a copy of More Dirty Dancing. I have these already. And Flashdance, of course, I have. First Culture Club with the sticker here, so because of the sticker I might switch. This I bought like a month ago for $1. I should have waited, but I did not know. And Kool and the Gang Celebrate, have to compare with the other copy. Earth, Wind and Fire, Best of Volume 1. Can't Slow Down, everybody has this. This is a Mexican pressing of this album of Lionel Richie with my favorite Lionel Richie song, You Are. I love You Are. Stevie Wonder in Square Circle. For those who don't know, there's some 3D effect on the cover. If you touch it, you can feel the grooves of the record behind him and of him. It's kind of sweet. We Are the World, very common, but I don't have that yet. Kool and the Gang Emergency. I bought this a few years ago, and I know there's a problem with the sleeve, so I'm at least going to upgrade the copy, if not the entire album. Aretha, which I already bought. This cover was done by Andy Warhol. Simply Red, I did not have this picture book. And of course the big hit, Holding Back the Years. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. The kitsch value is interesting. Milli Vanilli, Girl We Know It's True. Earth, Wind and Fire. No Jacket Required, Phil Collins. Diana Ross, The Love Again. Interesting because it has a theme from Mahogany. Do You Know Where You're Going To? Childhood memory. Do you know where you're going to? Na, na, na. It was a famous French version of that song too on the radio. So there's this German Jackson with Dynamite and a duet with Michael Jackson on it. Culture Club, From Luxury to Heartache. 3 Tom Jones albums. Say You'll Stay Until Tomorrow. Rescue Me. And Darlin'. And True Blue Madonna. Hall & Oates, Big Bam Boom. If I had it, it was not in great shape. This is in pristine shape, and it has one of my favorite songs by them, Method of Modern Love. La Bamba soundtrack, have this already. Kool and the Gang has one, did not have that one. Purple Rain had that, but probably not as clean as this one. George Michael, Fate. Janet Jackson, Control. Culture Club, Covered My Numbers. Yeah, there's a bunch of common ones. This is interesting. George Benson collection. I like George Benson's 70s stuff. This is probably all 70s stuff, yes. And it's in good shape. Double album. Whitney Houston, Patti LaBelle. Kept this because On My Own is a great hit song. I did not have it. Soul to Soul, Keep On Moving. Think. It was not my type of music, and it's from the 80s, I think. But then there's an instrumental called African Dance, and it's wonderful. I've only played a few seconds, and oh, this is good. So yeah, I do keep albums just for one song sometimes. This is interesting because it has the shrink wrap, and this at first when I quickly saw it, I thought it was a Japanese pressing with the how do you call it, the strip, the OBI or whatever. No, it's just some kind of additional text, a ribbon, but it's under the shrink wrap. And it's of course Madonna, You Can Dance With. I love the intro of this version of Into the Groove. Come on, very catchy. Evelyn King, Get Loose. I think there's at least either it's good or there's a song on it I recognize. Level 42, Running in the Family, not bad. There's a hit on this thing. Peebo Bryson, Roberta Flack, Born to Love. What's the hit again? I think it's Tonight I Celebrate My Love. And you know, I already forgot what it was. I checked it this afternoon. The Barge, Rhythm of the Night. I kept it because of the hit song. Spandau Ballet True, and I like the instrumental version of Gold, which I have on a 12-inch, so I almost did not keep it until I reached the song True. I said, oh, I know that song, so I kept it. Delegation, this is very good. The Promise of Love, and another Delegation self-titled album, I love it. Diana Ross, a bunch of Diana Ross albums. The Boss, that's actually not bad. And then those are much 80s-ish, but I decided to keep them anyway. This one, I don't know if there's a title. Diana Ross. And this one, Trying Too Hard to Be 80s. Yuck. Swept Away. I have to listen through the whole thing to make sure I want to keep it or not. BJ Thomas sings the best on a cheapo label and a very bad pressing, but even though it has never been played almost, it sounds good, so you have to crank up the volume. There's like 10 songs on each side. Manhattan's After Midnight, and this is really interesting. The Expos record, English edition, and it has the Expos song that they played on the radio at the beginning of a game. So the rest I don't care for. I didn't recognize any. And there's a sketch of a rendition of Who's on First by Abbott and Costello. I wish that the French version would be in there, but there's only the English one. And Billy Ocean Suddenly, which I kept because Caribbean Queen sounds familiar. And the video is already 60 minutes long, so I'll cut here and make 2 other parts, I think. Or maybe I'll try to squeeze it into one part.